Why are all the Android fans obsessed by hardware specifications? Well, I believe it's because Android devices need to have the best specs possible to run as smoothly as possible. And the reason for that is that Android is not optimized for the hardware. Android needs to be default so that it works good on all different kinds of devices and for all manufacturers of Android devices. Yes, there is some few exceptions. For example, the Motorola Moto X and Moto G. They have a highly optimized software for the hardware, so they run very smoothly even if it doesn't have the latest high-end specs. And that's why Apple doesn't show the specifications on their keynotes and so on, and that's why specifications is not the most important things when it comes to iPhones and iPads, for example. Because Apple has a highly optimized software, the iOS operating system, for the hardware, the iPhone or the iPad, for example. And I think it's great that Apple never shows specifications and so on, because user experience will always be more important than specifications, always. Another reason why Android devices needs so high-end specs all the time is because Android is often bloated with third-party manufacturers' own UIs and skins. This bloat makes it hard for Android to run smoothly, so it have to have the best specs possible. But that is also the reason why the iPhone is still much faster and runs smoothly than most of the high-end Android devices, because iPhones doesn't have any bloat and it's highly optimized for the hardware. And the third reason why Android users are obsessed by specifications is that they are mostly Windows users, and Windows users has the culture built into them that they need to have the best specs possible and always update their computers and so on. And Mac users and Apple users overall has another culture. They don't care about the specs as long as the user experience is so good. So why do you have to care about how fast the CPU is if you already have an incredible speed in everything you do? Opening apps, doing hard work and so on. The UI feels smooth all the time. So you don't have the need to know how fast the CPU is. And as long as iOS runs so smooth and opening apps is so fast, and I can do a lot of hard work and content creation without having to wait for renderings and so on, then I don't need to know the specs of my iOS device. I don't need that, because the user experience is so much more important than knowing that I have the best specs possible. That's just silly. But Android users will always compare their high-end Android phones directly with the iPhones, and comparing specs and so on, and saying that, oh, the iPhone has last year's specs, why do you buy it, and so on. It's so silly, so silly. They don't know better, really. Specs has no important use when you have the best experience possible. That's a fact. Okay, Stefan Swartling from Swartling Network. Bye.